I'm going to start with really basics, is just like what is a CDP? Kind of a CDP 101. So when you think of a CDP, a customer data platform, it's really a solution that enables marketers and data teams to basically take all of the customer data that they have and figure out a way to activate it for marketing. You want to basically deliver the best personalized experiences that you can. And that's really difficult to do if you don't have one place where you can build kind of customer profiles that have all of the touch points, build those users or customers into audiences that you can then activate through marketing campaigns. And so CDP is something that has had many different forms over the years. For the last couple, I'd say 10 or 15 years, there's been this motion what we call a packaged CDP. And a packaged CDP is basically where you are buying an off-the-shelf package, and what you're doing is taking all of the marketing data related to customers and putting it into a particular solution, where then that solution allows you to do the CDP functionalities of identity resolution, doing a customer 360, building audiences and activating those audiences. But what's happened over the last probably 5 years is that a lot of organizations have started moving towards cloud data warehouses, data lakes, data platforms. They have lots of different names, things like Snowflake, Databricks, BigQuery, GCP, Azure. And they've basically found that cloud warehouses are a much more efficient, much more cost-effective way to store customer data. And they tend to have all of the customer data versus the packaged CDP that oftentimes just had the marketing data. And over the last couple of years, this has caused a little bit of confusion and a little friction because marketers want to deliver really good experiences, but if they're only using parts of the data that are in the packaged CDP, then it's not always great because you could actually make mistakes or actually do more harm than good. And a lot of marketers were asking, this doesn't make any sense. Like, why are we using a subset of the data when all of the data is in the cloud warehouse? And then on the other side, you've got data teams who've spent a lot of time and money setting up these cloud warehouses, and they're wondering, why are marketers not using all of this data that we spent a lot of time checking consent, data governance on, and so on. And so over the last couple of years, Hightouch, where I work, we kind of pioneered this idea of a composable CDP, and our founders said early on, many years ago, like, this is silly. Why are we copying data multiple times? Why don't we just perform all of the typical CDP functionality like identity resolution, doing customer journeys, building audiences, and activating those audiences? Why don't we just do that right off of the cloud platform? Now, the cloud platforms themselves, they're great at storing data, but a lot of them aren't generally built for marketers, and they don't oftentimes have a UI that makes sense for marketers or do jet journeys and all this activation. So Hightouch kind of sits in the middle of where data and marketing teams work in order to do those campaigns and activate. So, with that kind of preamble, let's kind of go into the top 10 reasons why this has become such a hot trend.